Hello there, and welcome to the EDC Empire. Today we are going to be taking a look at the traditional pocket knives, or TPK, Lake Champlain Barlow, designed by Austin Jackson, the owner of Risner Cutlery, or TPK, or traditional pocket knives. The Lake Champlain Barlow is OEM'd by QSP, and there are two main blade shape variants, which I actually have both of for this review, which is kind of a little bit of or actually definitely a unique factor. But both of these also are seconds models, and I'll get into that a little bit later on after we go over the details and specs. But I do want to be upfront about that. They are both seconds, but that hasn't really affected my point of view in the review to the slightest. And getting into the rest of the details until we get into my personal opinion, I'm going to keep the Sheepsfoot variant just over here to the side for kind of overall note. Actually, I'm going to do it here so I don't cut myself. The Lake Champlain Barlow is a slip joint and can be opened either with a pinch or you can try to use this kind of double-sided Nailnick. It is on both sides, but realistically, it's really just better for pinching, and it does add just that little bit of grip that you want to see. It is running on phosphor bronze washers, which makes it so that it has fantastically smooth action, and with the about 7 pull, which is advertised, and I definitely feel, it is just an absolute joy to fidget around with, and really the action is snappy and just lovely overall. The blade is M390, with both the clip point and Sheepsfoot variants. It is fully hollow ground, coming down to an insanely thin tip and edge, and it has been an absolute joy to use both of these, and that really is the name of the game with this Barlow. It's just really comfortable. You can get a full handle grip on it, and it is just lovely for push cuts and pretty much anything that you'll actually really need to use your knife for. And then the handle materials, pretty much all variants are going to have titanium bolster / liner construction, and then the covers can vary a lot. There's CamoCarbon, micarta, and that's kind of the two main variants, but then there are also full titanium handle variants with like saw cut, jigs, or jigged pattern, and I want to say there's some other stuff, but that's really what the main of it is. Both the variants here that I have are CamoCarbon and quite nice CamoCarbon. Not the most colorful, but if I had to be honest, I think that's most of what the seconds is, particularly this variant, which is supposed to be purple and white, and more purple than white was advertised, and it's mostly white, but no complaint here. I want to say there was $50 off on these, and they're still perfectly great to use. The overall length on the Lake Champlain Barlow is 7.60 inches when open and 4.25 inches when folded. You have an overall depth when folded on the clip point of 1.19, and with the Sheepsfoot, it's a little bit more at 1.29. Then you have a width at the pivot, or around the pivot, not at the pivot, around it, at 0.47 inches, which means that in comparison to your PM2, you're definitely going to be just a little bit thinner. And then actually getting into the, just going back to the overall depth, still thinner and perfectly carryable. And then getting into our size comparisons, we have the PM2 and Para 3. And what we can see here is actually that it's a pretty sizable knife. I didn't run into any issues carrying it. Sometimes I would carry it with another locking knife in the same pocket, in my front pocket. Sometimes I would not. Sometimes it'd be thrown in the back pocket, throw it in a coat, and it behaved perfectly fine. No issues, obviously, like of it opening, and it was just a joy to carry overall. And then getting into two more size comparisons, we have the Delica 4 and Benchmade Bug Out. Again, pretty similar to both. Might even be a smidge larger than the PM2, but that also could just be my eyes playing tricks on me, and definitely a little bit larger than the Delica there. And then our two budget size comparisons, we have the QSP Penguin, and Civivi Elementum button lock. Again, larger than both, but not to an insane degree, and definitely kind of in that more average sized folding knife category. We have an blade length of 3.35 inches with an actual edge length of pretty much just at 3 inches. And then we have a weight of 3.60 ounces and a blade stock of 0.11 inches as well. So just a little bit below that normal blade stock thickness, but that does just allow for more thinness overall. So both of these models have been, or like I said, both of these models are seconds, but they've both been absolutely fantastic. I kind of have used the clip point a little bit more, and you can kind of tell with some of the wear that you can see developing on that titanium there. But they have both been awesome. They were both insanely sharp out of the box, and yeah, I've really enjoyed these. Overall, it's just gonna be a positive for me, really. This particular variant, which I want to say, these are both like Halloweenish. This is called Halloween Night. I actually forget what this one was supposed to be, or what its variant was called. I think like purple something, purple cow, I believe. And it's supposed to be purple with white detailing, and this particular variant obviously is more white with a little bit of purple splattered here and there. And if I had to guess, that's definitely what the seconds of this is, which really is no complaint because you're not really going to see it. And yeah, no issue there at all. And then this variant right here, they're supposed to be more orange, but again, I'm not really worried about it. I mean, it still looks fantastic. And the normal variants, I mean, if you just look on the traditionalpocketknives.com website and just look up Lake Champlain Barlow, the CamoCarbon variants, they are full of color. So again, don't think that this is what yours will look like. And honestly, my overall experiences have made me want to check out a few of Austin's other designs. The Kentucky Holler Jack has really piqued my interest, and this is a pretty beefy and large Barlow, but it's kind of awesome. It's really fun to use, and it gets the job done. There's a whole bunch of cover options that I'm not even going to try to scratch the surface of, but no complaints. I mean, you can't complain about more options. And I mean, it doesn't have a pocket clip, but that would be kind of weird if it did. And honestly, it's very comfortable. Everything's rounded off very well. These covers like meet perfectly. I have the stump lifter designed by Advanced Knife Pro, also made by QSP, and my covers were not very tight fitting there. It actually kind of disappointed me a little bit, but this is just really impressive OEM work by QSP. Everything lines up really nicely. The lock, or I guess the spring on the back, even when it's open, is very flush. Same for when it's folded closed. And yeah, really, I've really enjoyed these. They're smooth, they're fun to play with, they're a great throw in a bag, they're great to carry, and I've definitely done that. I'm not usually a big fan of a satin finish, but this satin finish is done very well, and it looks great. And yeah, I love the detailing on the blade here, that little bit of a grind. And yeah, I don't actually really have much to complain about. These retail at $200, so not cheap, but M390 fully hollow ground titanium CamoCarbon. I mean, you really can't complain there. If you want budget variants, the model I mentioned earlier, the Kentucky Holler Jack, it's a very different knife. It's a smaller knife, but it's had $110, I want to say, and 154 cm bone covers, and it's pretty cool as well. But yeah, overall, I am a huge fan of the Lake Champlain Barlow. That's not a unique take, but I had to share because I have absolutely really enjoyed carrying and owning these. If you own any of the Risner Cutlery exclusive designs, comment down below what you think about them. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Thanks for watching.